Hello everyone, today I have something brand new to share with you. Actually, it's not brand new, but well, you can see we're on my website, giraffe.com, and I actually made this website in 2020 and then I never touched it since, so that's why it still says 2020, and that's why still some of the pages don't work, but the tools should work, the mods should work, and developments should also work. This is what I actually have to show you guys today, is a new thing that I made, Values Survey. So this is something that I've actually seen a long time ago. It's like a survey. It asks you a lot of questions and you say very true, often true, not sure, or not true. And that gives you a score based on what the question was about. And so at the end of this survey, there's like 100 questions or so. At the end of the survey, then it ranks your results for what you value. So there's two different graphs for it. There's like a horizontal graph and a vertical graph. And there's also a little bit more about it down here. But yeah, this survey was something that I actually saw like a really, really long time ago. It was actually printed on paper. So it was actually something that I saw in school. So it was actually a really long time ago. But I talk a little bit more about it down here, and there is potential to actually develop this survey a little bit further to actually give better results. Anyway, the reason why I did this is because I actually like doing surveys like this, because if you do this value survey like every year or so, you might end up giving slightly different answers, and then you're going to get a little bit more insight into what you value, around that time. And so then just something to keep in mind is that like this, first of all, a lot of the questions are kind of outdated. Like I said, like it was from a really long time ago. So one thing to keep in mind is that this survey is not actually designed to tell you about yourself. I mean, it is, but like it's meant to give you insight. Here you go. It says right here, it does not give you answers, but insights. You're going to see a statement like, I like an exciting life, or a close family is important to me. And like, these are things that maybe when you're younger, you'll answer one way. And then maybe when you're older, you'll answer another way. It's something that, for me personally, I have been doing something like this for a long time over the years. And I've been getting a little bit more insight into what I even am. not even what, it's not what you are. It's like how you are in the moment. I've done this survey myself over the years at least 5 times, and I've definitely seen some different results. So like some things like higher than others. So let's go ahead and we'll do like a couple of answers just to show you sort of what it's like. I would rather have a large, expensive house than own a work of art. It doesn't even say if the work of art is expensive, or it doesn't even say if the work of art is something to like that's sought after. But like a large, expensive house typically is something that is sought after, right? I think I'm going to put often true for this one. Just because, well, see, like, this is the thing that I'm going to say about this survey. Because, like, a lot of people might get all uppity about this, that they're like, upset with the answer. And that's actually something that it says way down here at the bottom. It actually says it at the bottom down here, like, let Durf know how this test or the question either was or was not a good descriptor of your actual values. Like, if you felt that it was a very good description of you or not a very good description of you, and why. And that information is, like, super useful for actually developing proper questions. Like, this second question is not too bad. Like, I like to go places with my friends. You're only asking about one thing, pretty much. It doesn't really say about the places. It doesn't really say about the friends. But, yeah, hey, often true. You know what I mean? I like to make things. I saw this instantly. Very true. I would rather be president of a club than just a member. Yeah, see, this is one of the things, like, even for me, the questions are a little bit, flawed. Like, it depends on what the club actually is. 'Cause, like, sometimes it's way better to be a member. Are you kidding me? Sometimes, I mean, maybe, I don't know, I guess not sure. I think it is important that my family does things together. Yeah, see this? This depends on your family, and no. For me, no. Having an expensive car is something I'd really like. Nah, more bills to pay. It is important to be proud of what I do. Not necessarily. This is an example of, like, a question that I would probably reword entirely, because, well, I guess this gives the implication that, you would rather be proud of what you do than ashamed of what you do. So I would put often true, or very true. But then how important is it? I would say very important. Like, because if you can just make the choice if you could have the self-control and foresight in your lifetime such that you never do something that you are ashamed of, then I would say knowing how to live that life is pretty important. And I would say very true. A strong family unit is essential to me, not my family. I would disobey a boss who asked me to do something against my principles, even if it meant being fired. It depends on how strong the principle actually is, but generally very true. It is important for me to have a good understanding of history. Not really, but not sure is not sure is the answer that I would give. Like, often true, it should be like a little true, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be not sure. I don't know. So anyway, there's still like a little bit of flaws here and there with trying to bring back like a very old values survey. And this was something that I actually just coded overnight, just sitting there open up with Notepad. Like, you can literally view the source. There you go, view page source. Bam. Literally everything right there. So when you're done answering the questions, you actually get a different score for all of the answers that you've answered, and they add up in the long run. And you can see, based on the questions that I've answered, I've scored the highest, holy moly, on moral judgment and personal consistency, and then second place creativity. I mean, there's 100 questions, so if you answer them all, you know, things will probably balance out. Anyway, this is one of those things that the more questions we had, the more diverse the results would be. So if there was actually like 1,000 questions that all added up to these metrics, the same number of metrics, then there would be like much fewer people getting the exact same result. So there is a possibility to actually improve this type of thing in the future. Like, we could also change the metrics up here so that there's not only 4 choices, but instead of like an entirely positive range that just adds the values to the metrics, we could actually just do something that has like a neutral value and then like a positive or negative value if you actually like disagree with one of the statements wholeheartedly. So anyway, this was something that I just sort of coded overnight. Don't worry, it's not that much more complex than one of those Facebook quizzes, but it is intended to provide you a little bit of insight into yourself if you didn't already know this stuff. I mean, it does say right on the page you should know yourself well enough to know how this survey applies to you and the ways that it doesn't, right? So, and I'm definitely interested to know because, I mean, I coded this thing, so if you fill out all the questions as honestly as you can and you take a look at the results, or, you know, like just in general, is there like another metric that should be measured that isn't listed in here? You know what I mean? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. There's actually the potential to like really, really improve this. We can actually make we can actually keep all of the results in a database. Don't worry, I'm not gonna like try to keep track of who you are. It doesn't really matter. I can do it with random reference numbers that only you know who you are. Anyway, I just wanted to share this values survey thing that I coded overnight with you guys. I found it interesting. I learned a lot about myself over the years, and I'm interested to know what you guys think. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Should I continue developing this further? It could provide even further insight. Plus, it could also be made to look a lot prettier too. Like, alright, check this out. We can instantly stylize this. See, everything's a sausage. But we can do a second metric to make it like scrap mechanic. There you go. Would you look at that? How easy it is to change the entire appearance of the quiz. Oh gosh, it looks so awful now. No. You just go giraffe.com/development and then you see values survey right there at the bottom. But anyway, that's all that I got to show you guys for today is this values survey. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Maybe your results, were they good? Were they bad? Let me know. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.